Da,
We have to do it every intro.
Every single time, it never gets old. All right, well, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Nakama Squad. So something that we always like to do is we like to just kind of talk about what have you been watching. You know, you watch something, you get bored, you look for something new. So that's kind of the idea here behind this video. So recently, I've been watching Mob Psycho 100, and ultimately, by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you if it's wacko or if it's psycho. So whether you should watch it or not, and I'll give you my rating at the end of it. That was lame.
No, Jay's a natural YouTuber. He's a natural. He's practicing
my dad jokes. If you like the natural YouTubing, smash the button.
Like the video.
Like the video. But yeah, so after we watched that IGN video last time, if you haven't seen that, you know, you can go back and watch that. See,
ooh, look at that, like referencing old videos. Okay.
I know. Well, in that video, they recommended Mob Psycho 100, and they said it's one of their top 10 animes.
I think they put at 3.
That, yeah, it was very high up. I'm pretty sure it was in the top 5. And after watching that, I already had it on my watch list, and I was like, you know what? That's going to be the one that I watch next. So after seeing it, now I just kind of have to tell you guys about it. So Mob Psycho, it's made by the creator of One Punch Man, which, you know, One Punch Man, when it came out in the beginning, just made a bunch of fanfare, became extremely popular very quickly. So with Mob Psycho, it has a lot of similarities, but it starts off where it has a character whose name is Mob, and Mob is a psychic, and essentially he's a very bland person. So he doesn't express his feelings, he doesn't express his emotions. And the reason for that is that as Mob starts to lose his emotions and as his emotions start to go out of control, he essentially has a meter, right? And it's called Mob Psycho 100 because throughout the show, it tracks his progress towards a specific emotion. So as he gets more angry, as he gets more sad, or as he gets maybe like way too ecstatic or something like that, if he gets to 100, then he can completely lose control and essentially do something like that, where he just blows up and he could potentially destroy a city or hurt people that he loves. So he always tries to maintain control. Now, with Mob Psycho, one of the things that that I like about it is the fact that it really just focuses on growth. Nobody is special, right? And Mob really embodies that, and he really believes that. And throughout the show, it pretty much goes, you meet new characters and you meet new people, and it pretty much explores that topic. So I think at this point, I just kind of want to show you guys a video. This is not, you know, like a crazy like fight scene, but I think it kind of gives you a solid vibe of what the show is like. So.
僕、ちょっといいかしら。これが幸せの壺よ。高名な陶芸家が念を込めて作ったご利益の高い壺で、家に置いておくだけで持ち主に幸せが訪れるの。本当は250万円だけど、僕には特別に80万円で提供するわ。
そんなお金ないです。
じゃあ50万円に負けてあげる。
いや、50万円も持ってないです。
あれば買うのね。じゃあお母さん呼んでみてくれる？
お母さんも買わないと思いますけど。
あ、この子いけるわ。ねえ、ちょっと触って。ほら、ここザラザラして気持ちいいでしょ？
いや、
ほら、
よくわからないです。あ、危な。
何今の？気をつけてね。あ、割った。
今のは？
あ？人のせいにするの？
いや。
ねえ僕、お金で解決できる問題はまだマシなの。わかる？
あらあらあら、お客さん割っちゃったの？君電話持ってる？
持ってない。
いいタイミングで鳴ったな。出なよ。
何やってんだモブ。もうお客さんが来るってのに俺を呼び出すなんて。
この坊やの保護者かあんた。
なるほど。
商品の弁償代500万円を。
この安そうな壺をモブが割ったのか？
なんだって？おい、世間知らずの兄ちゃんよ、働けなくしてやろうか。
鎖骨に響いちゃった。これ治療費かかっちゃうよ。治療費、慰謝料込みで100万円。
ふざけてんのかこらボケカス。
はい、今ので精神的ダメージ。慰謝料プラス100万円。おい、息が臭い。慰謝料プラス100万円。声がでかい。慰謝料プラス100万円。あ、ワイシャツほつれてる。弁償代プラス100万円。これで壺の代金チャラになるな。お前らがやっているのはこういうことだ。行くぞモブ。
このまま返すかよ。
諦めなさい。幸せの壺を割った時点で不幸になるのは決まったのよ。
災いが降りかかるかもな。
不幸？災い？実は俺もさっきまで悪霊に取りつかれた人と話しててな。彼女曰く取りつく先を俺に変えたらしい。そうなると毎晩変な音が聞こえたり、写真に何か写ったりと災難が絶えないそうだ。今度はお前らにくっついたかもしれないな。夜には気をつけろよ。
あ、幽霊？
いい気分しないだろ。お前らがやっているのはこういうことだ。
幽霊で脅してかきか。うえ
That was Mob, I'm guessing, doing that.
So Mob is the kid. I actually don't fully remember exactly what was doing that. So one of the great things about the show is that he can be the strongest person like on the planet, but he really just wants to get better relationships, meet better friends, meet new people. And this guy, the blonde guy, that's essentially his master. And his master is also another con man who essentially uses Mob to go and exercise spirit. So essentially Mob is the one that does his business for him because he can't exercise anything at all. And he has Mob convinced that he's such a higher level psychic that he can't even see the things that Mob is fighting against. So it focuses a lot on those relationships, right? And I think that's the central theme of the show, is that he's somebody that has this, for us, right, someone we consider a phenomenal, wild and crazy ability. But to him, you know, he's like, it doesn't really make me special, right? There's all these other things that I don't have. And the show kind of follows that central theme. And I think it really, like every single episode, every single interaction, it really kind of focuses like on that. And I think that it's overall, I would say it's a psycho show.
Like, what are the main negatives in the show, you would say?
What I would say are the two real like potential negatives is that one, from time to time, it can feel episodic. There is kind of like a story that it goes through. But in a lot of episodes, it may just be, you know, Mob hanging out, you know, with his friend, or Mob and his boss going out and, you know, doing the specific mission. But really, the episodic nature of it kind of reinforces the fact that, you know, it's just him building these relationships, right, to help him grow as a person. To me, what was the biggest con, though, out of all of them, is that at times it does feel similar to One Punch Man. So again, it's the same guy, and if you think about it, right,
is the main guy too powerful or something?
The main guy is extremely powerful, right? So it's now, granted, you know, with One Punch Man, he could just whenever, you know, punch through whatever he wants, right? He always wins. With this guy, it's not a given that he's always like the strongest guy, but he's pretty much up there, right? He's also a bland looking character, just like in One Punch Man. Where, you know, the cooler people are like the support casts. He's also a dry character, just like in One Punch Man. And, you know, if you piss him off, just like in One Punch Man, he's kind of going to go all out. So it has a lot of similarities. The humor can be the same at times. But in my opinion, I think it's better than One Punch Man.
Okay, really?
Because I think, again, in One Punch Man, something that I thought it lacked was, you know, you kind of have this theme, but I never felt, and disclaimer, I didn't finish season 2, but it almost felt like, you know, there wasn't really much going on aside from the fact that, you know, at some point, Saitama wants to become like the number one, like, you know, like an S rank hero, right? But pretty much anything that comes his way, the aliens invade the planet or whatever, boom, he just kind of punches his way through it. So it doesn't feel like there's really like any development versus like in this one, right? As the show goes along, right, there is a lot of development, not just in Mob, which is the main character, but also in people like his masters and the people that he comes around with, right? And I think, again, it has this like theme, right, of kind of like what Mob believes and what Mob is trying to do, right, like what he feels is like being a good person, and it really just tries to pursue essentially that theme. And to talk about the length of the show, there's about 25 episodes out. It appears that the manga is done. I'm not sure if the anime is exactly where the manga is at, but as of right now, there are only 25 episodes and I think like 2 OVAs. If the anime is really where the show ends, it feels that central theme was explored in a very good way. So, and you pretty much see why Mob is essentially trying to pursue like this specific way of life. So,
but there's something in the background that you learn later that makes sense to, I get you.
Exactly. There's things that happen like throughout the show, and you know, you kind of get to see more of him as a person, like as a personality throughout the show. There's also a ton of different characters that are all like very memorable, very funny. Like in that clip, we only saw just 2 of the main characters, but in reality, there's probably like
there like a bunch of psychics?
There are more. There are more psychics. Okay. Right, and Saitama, not Saitama, and then Mob meets some of these people, right, like along the way. Okay. And you know, he learns from them, and again, some of the cast is just absolutely hilarious, right? And I think there's like at least like a dozen people that are memorable and that, you know, contribute to Mob's growth pretty much.
Okay, so, what would you rank this anime on a scale of 0 to 10?
Scale of 0 to 10.
5 being K
with
genre.
5 being, well, that's for Elijah. I never wrote. So I think a 5 for me is probably something like Fairy Tail.
Yeah, that is a 5.
Yeah, because Fairy Tail to me just
it just qualifies as an anime.
yeah, exactly. Like Fairy Tail, like it wasn't, you know, it wasn't bad, you know, but it wasn't like good or remarkable, right? Like I felt, to me, sorry for anybody.
Max, I remember when you introduced me to Fairy Tail, like, oh, this is gonna be like the next One Piece.
Yeah.
Like
that's what, because I said that because other people told me that. Yeah. I don't even know if I had watched it when I told you that. And then like I was
saw reading it first. You told me about it when it was a manga. Yeah. And they were like, oh, they're gonna make an anime, and I read it. I'm like, well, I'm not reading it anymore.
Okay, so that's a 5.
So that's a 5. I would say Mob Psycho is like an 8.5.
Oh, that's really good.
To me, good. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, I think I highly recommend it. Okay. So, and it's short.
So you're not sure if they're gonna come out with different seasons?
Okay. It doesn't seem like there's like more manga coming out.
Okay.
But some people are saying that there will be a season 3, so I'm just not exactly sure. I think that there will be a season 3, but I'm just not sure.
Okay.
So anyway, so thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys have seen Mob Psycho, let us know if you agree. And then if you do check it out, come back and let us know later too. So I hope if you're looking for something to watch, hopefully this kind of like guides you in one specific direction.
Exactly.
So thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
We'll see you next time.